how I made $30,000 within 2 months using my Glowforge on Etsy. So my husband and I decided that we wanted a Glowforge in January of 2020. So we were testing all different types of things to see what it could do, because it can engrave and cut on so many different types of materials. We were just excited to try it all. One day we came across a video of a woman engraving on watch bands. So Ramon, my husband, he was like, that is cool. I'm gonna grab a couple bands off of Amazon and we're gonna test it out and see. Did some bands with different engraving styles on it. And we were like, all right, cool, this is awesome. From that testing phase, we put up our bands, we started to sell a few here and there. And so at the time, we were like, okay, we don't have to do a big investment in getting a bunch of bands. Let's go ahead and just see if we can get on Amazon and buy from these vendors, even though the markup is going to be higher. We don't necessarily want to get a big shipment in just yet. Let's figure out how this is going to flow. Then my husband was thinking, and he was like, okay, what if we did inspired by bands? And I was like, you know what? On Etsy, there's a lot of different things that are inspired by. So at the time, I did not read the Etsy, policy handbook right through. I did not. I was going off of what I saw other sellers doing. Big mistake. Okay. So we decided that we were going to make inspired by bands. And with the whole luxury lifestyle booming, there were a lot of people who were interested in luxury items. And even though we said that our item was inspired by, thousands of people were still interested in it. So when I initially put the bands up, we got a sale here, a sale there. A person ordered 1, 2, 3. So we're like, this seems pretty good to us. And then as the band started to make its way through the algorithm, and each time someone purchases something on Etsy, your item then pops back to the top. And at the time, there weren't a lot of people selling engraved Apple bands. So before you knew it, within a couple of weeks, our band was on fire. It was to the point where I had to turn off the notifications on my phone because I started to get a bit overwhelmed with the amount of cha-ching, 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 ping, ping, ping. We need to do something else now. We can't continue getting our supply from Amazon. We need to go ahead and partner with a manufacturer and get some bands in. We did an initial test run of about 100 bands. Those bands were gone within a few days. So then we were like, okay, we need to go ahead and get a larger order. So then we went up to, I think, around 500 bands. Those bands came in and sold out within a couple weeks. And at this point, as I was projecting for holiday, because we were in October, I was projecting for holiday. I was like, listen, we need to do a massive order, because the way that this band is going, the way that we're selling out, we were sold out for at least 3 weeks because we were waiting on our shipment to come back in. When we finally did our large order, we were like, you know what, we're just gonna go for it. We're gonna go all in. This band thing is really taking off. Let's go ahead, let's just do it. We made the order. So we got them in. We were so excited. We had been sold out. So we lost sales because we were sold out for about 3 weeks, waiting on our large shipment to come in. And obviously, it was coming from overseas. So we were so excited. We got the bands in. I started to upload all of the quantities on Etsy. And it was like 30 of this color, 30 of that color, all in different sizes, because we were offering about 15 colors in 4 different sizes, right? So I think that sent a note off to Etsy to say, hey, someone is selling pre-made product. So the thing on Etsy, well, they recently changed it, but you're not supposed to resell things like pre-made product that you can just buy from a vendor and then resell, right? But you are allowed to purchase items, personalize it, and then sell it. So that's what we were doing. But I think once they got the red flag to say, check this store out, they saw that we were selling inspired by bands. Can anyone guess what happened then? Go ahead and leave it in the comments down below. I'll give y'all a minute. After we just put this massive investment into our bands, not only that, I forgot to mention, we went ahead and purchased a second Glowforge because the bands were coming in fast and we could not manage. The bands were taking about 20 minutes per piece to engrave. My husband was pretty much working throughout the entire day. I was working on my other job, coming in, packaging, helping to, set up. It was a lot. So I was like, we can't keep going on like this. We need to get another machine. So we invested into 2,000 bands. We invested into a second glow forge, and then you probably guessed it, Etsy deactivated our listing. So here we are, a month and a half before Christmas, with 2,000 bands, a new Glowforge machine, and a deactivated listing that just made us $30,000. Our projection was that we would have made at least $50,000 during the holiday season. So in all, we would have made about $80,000 from Q3 to Q4 in year 2020. That is my story of how we made $30,000 within 2 months, but then also how it came to a dramatic end.